Hello, everyone. Raymond Moore, Kilted Prepper. How's everybody doing out there? Watching Coffee with Ray. Good coffee. Good coffee. So, what's going on out there with everybody? Are you prepared? In fact, it's interesting. I'm watching a lot of the news that's coming on out there. I'm watching a lot of the YouTube guys and everything, and it's been spending a little bit of time in Al Jazeera news. And the big question I have for you is, are you prepared for a World War III in the Middle East? And it's really heating up over there, folks. I mean, massively. I was watching some videos and everything on Al Jazeera, and we are seeing riots everywhere. I mean, just about every Middle East country is massively heating up. They're marching on embassies. I think over in Turkey, they're marching on air bases. They're marching on Israeli embassies. I think even the British embassy in Iraq was being accosted and stuff. So we're seeing some major things heating up over there in the Middle East. Also saw on the news that they're preparing 1,000 U.S. military troops to actually go over there and help Israel and things with everything's going on. And this is crazy, folks. And what's interesting is the world is like kind of as normal blaming Israel, where it's stinking Hamas who are the ones who, lobbed the 900 plus missiles or 1,200 plus missiles over into Israel from Gaza and everything. They're the ones who started it, and they're the ones who are to blame here. Excuse me one second. There we go. Now I can see. But it's interesting to see all this going on. And the typical UN freaking world and everything is always blaming Israel. I mean, this is a really tiring story. I mean, here these terrorist groups are the one lobbing the missiles and everything, and as normal, they're blaming Israel. And it's interesting too to see that even here, the college campuses, there's been all these protests against Israel and everything like that. And I mean, these stinking college kids need to be slapped upside the head and everything for siding with terrorists who are just going in and ransacking and killing and murdering and everything like that, as well as anybody who is standing with Hamas and Palestine and all that other bull crap and things. But it's really heating up over there, folks. And it's interesting in the Christian community, everybody's talking about Armageddon and last days and all that other stuff and everything. And you know that's just but the key is what are you doing to be prepared for it? I mean, if we are looking at a Middle East war, I mean, at least what the financial pundits have been saying, Market Watch and so forth, they're talking about, oil actually going up to about what, $150 a barrel. And so we are looking at some severely high gas prices. I mean, possibly looking at $6, $7, $8 a gallon plus and everything. And again, that part of that is this current administration's, piss poor job of basically shutting off our own oil, all for the sake of green, saving the earth, and all this other crap. And so it's got me kind of heated and everything. And that, on one side, we're needing to get our oil going and everything, and yet the current administration, I got itchy nose this morning, my goodness, is doing everything to basically hamstring us to and prevent us from using our oil. We have, believe it or not, the state of Texas has almost more oil than Saudi Arabia, and it's all sitting there. And then we also have so much natural gas that if we turned the entire country into natural gas energy. And for one reason or other, that we probably got 300 plus years of natural gas sitting underneath our feet here. And again, this current administration is absolutely doing zip about it. But you and me are the ones who are going to have to pay the price at the pump and everything for all this. But the biggest thing, what is going on? I'm sorry, folks. I got horrible itchy nose, allergies or something like that. I don't know. So I digress. I don't mean to. But the biggest question that I have for you is, what are you doing to be prepared? Do you have some cash sitting back so that when gas prices do go up, that you're not, tapping out your credit card or tapping out your checking account or anything like that? Because gas will go up, energy is life, and it's going to cost more to ship goods, it's going to cost more to ship food and everything. So because of that, we're going to see even higher prices at the grocery store and so forth. And so we're really looking at a conundrum here that is not a pretty picture. And so what I am kind of challenging you guys to do this morning or to do this week is to really check out your preps and start filling those holes and everything, because food is an investment. What you buy today is definitely going up tomorrow. And I'm seeing it too. I was at Kroger's, and I am getting stunned over the prices of some of the products and things. For example, I was looking at just plain old everyday lunch meat, and we get this lunch meat for submarine sandwiches and stuff like that. It's stinking $11 for a pack of lunch meat. Even if you go to the cheapy, ham in a brick sort of thing. I mean, you've seen those there and everything at Kroger's and some of the other grocery stores. That ham in a brick. You know, those are now sitting at $8, $9 a pound. I mean, for a pack. It's just insane. The price of butter is now sitting at $6, $7 for a box of butter or a pound of butter and things. So if we have a Middle East war, and of course the oil prices are going to shoot through the roof and things, everything else is going to shoot up too. So what I really challenge you guys, because again, the Middle East is heating up, folks, and we are getting ready to send troops. We already have several battle groups Navy battle groups over there. We are already, doing what we need to do to start sending Israel more weapons, ammo, and everything. And in fact, it's interesting. A friend of mine reached out to me and was asking about ammo shortages. And that's another thing that I would strongly suggest getting, is stocking up on more ammo, man. If you're at the sporting goods store or wherever it is that you get your ammo, start buying up some extra boxes and stuff, because even that is going to become shortage. Because if we have a massive Middle East war and everything, a lot of things are going to be diverted from the consumer arena over to the military arena. And it's interesting. About every 80 to 100 years, we as a people or as a nation tend to repeat our cycles, and this is normal. And for those of you, read Ecclesiastes 1. Solomon says there's nothing new under the sun. Man repeats himself over and over again. And so we have a cyclical behavior as generations that kind of repeat these same things over and over and over again. We are in the middle of a winter period. For those of you who read Generations by Strauss and Howe, or The Fourth Turning Point by Strauss and Howe, they call it a winter time, a financial winter time, or a season of winter, generational winter. And we are there. And I don't even know if we've even hit the peak of that winter time yet. But every time there has been a winter time, there has also been a massive war that the U.S. has been involved in. And you can go back to, again, history. The Revolutionary War was a wintertime period for generations. The Civil War was a wintertime generations. World War One, World War Two, and such was the wintertime for generations. And so we are basically poised for another great war. And the current administration also is just hell bent on getting us into a war with somebody. Now, with everything going on in the Middle East and everything, what's happening over there in China? I mean, if all our attention and everything is over on the Middle East, we've promised Taiwan that we'd watch out for them and stuff. But if we've got a sea land war going on over the Middle East, could we actually deal with a war going on over in the Pacific and stuff? Part of some of the people that I've been listening to say yes, we can, because a Middle East war would be more of a ground-based war versus a war over in Taiwan, which more would be more of a sea-based war. So we have the Navy to handle something like that. But no matter what, we still need boots on the ground and things. So there's rumors even that I've been seeing in the news that they are even speculating that they may reinitiate the draft because, like it or not, there's just not enough people in the military anymore. And our military, too, has gotten very soft. And in fact, the Army is not doing good. The Marines are not doing very good. It's become very soft. They're more worried about PC woke bullcrap versus actually training and having a true fighting force and things. So there's a lot of things, up in the mix right now that we need to be concerned about. And so I'm really urging people to start looking at their preps again, start doing some inventory, really hit it hard. And with on top of that too, with things happening over there, our oil prices are going to go up, food price, everything is going to go up. And so it's going to basically really hammer our economy. And we're going to start seeing people lose jobs and stuff, not being able to pay their bills, not being able to pay their mortgages and everything, all because of these possibilities of these two war fronts going on. And this could turn into literally a World War III situation. And again, history shows that about every 100 to 80 to 100 years, a massive war takes place. And so we need to be prepared for it. We need to be looking at it. And there's a chance even that we may even see food rationing come back. During World War II, they had those coupon books and everything. So you can only buy so much of this, so much of that and everything. This is the direction that we may be going. And on top of that, if all this stuff happens, we could even see our nation going into depression. I mean, we are in a recession right now already, like it or not, no matter what the stinking current mainstream media jerks say or anything or the current administration says, because they've been fudging the numbers and everything any way they can. But folks, we are in a recession now, and we are moving closer and closer to a depression era sort of situation going on. And so we need to really look at what we've got, and everything that we have in our preps, we need to look as an investment. Because if something is going to go down, then prices of everything is going to jump. So seriously look, do you have all your kitchen tools? Do you have all your food preps? Do you have all your gardening tools and everything? And when I say kitchen tools, I'm looking at dehydrators, I'm looking at, vacuum sealers, I'm looking at, all these other things that will help you prepare food and everything for long-term storage. And so if you don't have these things now, and as much as I hate to say it, you may consider throwing it on the card and getting it while the price is still somewhat affordable and things. And then the same thing with food. Start really topping off your food and stuff. We're coming into a season here where people or ranches or ranchers are starting to offer sides of cows and quarters of cows, or you buy, meat. Same thing with pork and everything. We're coming into these seasons where they're going to start slaughtering meat and everything. Look into your local areas. Start trying to find a local beef source or a local pork source or something like that, and fill that freezer. It's hunting season right now. And so if you are a hunter and everything, really look out there and go out there and bag a deer, throw it in the freezer. Protein is seriously critical. And if you don't have enough, man, it's going to really damage you. So look into these things right now, because things are super heating up in the Middle East. And because what's happening in the Middle East, I really think, China's going to try to do some maneuvering and everything, because our attention is going to be on the Middle East, and China, is going to be over there. Hey, man, they're not paying attention. So let's go over there and invade Taiwan too. So folks, now is the time to really inspect your preps, inventory your preps, really start filling those holes, especially with all the tools that you're going to need. Kitchen tool, garden tools, any other tools or anything like that. Get these things now, because I guarantee you that prices are going to up. And if things heat up even more in the Middle East, we're going to see the price of oil just skyrocket. And that is going to kill our nation. That's going to kill our economy. And because energy is life, and when you start stifling and when you start hammering and pulling back that energy, life starts to degrade. And again, I look at what the current administration is doing, all for the Mother Earth and all that other crap, global warming junk. Folks, it's going to hurt us. And so now more than ever, we need to inventory everything and really start looking at what's going on. And then if you have young kids that are in the draft age and everything, start mentally preparing that there might be a draft coming about. And I hate saying that, but that is a very strong possibility, because we just don't have the foot power. Well, the military just doesn't have the people in the military enough to really create enough foot on the ground presence. So that's kind of it for right there. I just want to thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I was watching a lot of news and everything, and listening to a lot of news and stuff while I was on my walk. And the Middle East is massively heating up, and we are truly looking at a possible World War III situation. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, and then ring that little bell so you get notified whenever I do go live or post a new video. And then also check out my Facebook group. It's Kilted Prepper Community on Facebook. We're growing, and join that group. We are really working hard at creating a great community, sharing information, sharing tips, tricks, what we're doing, what they're doing, so forth and so on. And so, but yeah, not good news this morning, folks. And I'm sorry to say that. Not good news. I mean, the Middle East is heating up like massive. So that's everything for right now, folks. Raymond Moore, Kilted Pepper. We'll see you. Goodbye. God bless. And kilt on.